off in that either. Like if they want to cheat, that's not like if they think they have a good like yeah, there's a lot of women that will stay, and there's a lot of men that will stay. But I also think that like there are women that'll be like I want to see what that shit talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
But
think
this
that's
is what I
it
mean
says
with the generalization. This is where you got what I
no.
was
I
saying.
think no.
But
This is
this is what
not
I'm saying where
a
you got what I was
generalization.
saying
I'm saying
wrong.
it's a lot more that you don't see.
I'm
Not
saying
that you
that
don't
what you're
see.
telling, I'm saying I'm trying to explain because you said that's not what I was saying, and that's why I'm trying to correct you there. Because like I said, we're pretty much saying the same thing, but in different.
I don't think we are.
We're speaking different points here, right? Not opposing points, but different points. Not
Yeah.
saying that. Not saying that. And welcome to the NIT podcast, the cheat cast today. Not saying that women generally would cheat or just because like I do think there are women who's be like, yeah, I want to see what that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the reason you think these fucking pornos like it came from somewhere of the pizza guy and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, some girls just want new dick just to see what it's about. But I'm saying in terms of the risk assessment of how to go about it is different than where how niggas would do it. You know what I'm saying? You can say it's just dumb or it'll be dumb or different how niggas do it, but I'm saying like a girl or a woman, she might want to go try that new, meat or whatever and shit like that. But she's gonna take
New
into
meat is
value the
crazy.
risk assessment of it's just like, okay, if I do this and I do get caught, this is gonna turn into X, Y, Z, blah blah blah. Or would I be able to go about this in a way where I won't get caught? But if a dude, they typically just don't care because they think that I'll probably not get caught. Like the risk assessment is less likely to come into a factor of doing it. I'm not saying the want to is different between men and women. I mean, everybody wants to fuck, right? This is human nature. Everybody wants to have sex. People want to have sex with different people on occasion. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I'm not saying that there, but it's a different risk assessment that goes into making that decision. There's risk assessment in everything in the decision, the risk versus the value, and sometimes the value won't be that. Niggas will put their fucking marriages and shit on the line as simple as the value behind some new pussy. And I don't know exactly how new sex feels for a woman because most generalizing, in my experience, I hear a lot of women talk about they go back, they don't want to add a body, or they go back to somebody that they slept with before or something like that. And I know
See, but
generally,
that's what
and
I'm
I
talking
know
about. I
generally,
think that
I'm
that
saying,
is cap.
I mean,
I think that's what is said, but I don't think that's what is done in practice. Like I think there's a lot more of, like
random.
adding a new body that is spoken on than I'm saying. Like I hear what you're saying, but that's the only thing that I'm disagreeing with. And I think what I'm saying. Like there certainly you're going to have people that believe like no, I don't want to add a new body. I want to just keep the bodies I have. But I think more often than not, that's more likely said,
Than
just to
practice.
save face.
Yeah, of
But like,
course.
but that's all I'm
So,
saying.
But
so
like even the
question.
fact that they would say that means that to an extent that's practice. To an extent that it's not just as willy nilly. You feel me? Even the fact that they hold that belief or that's something to be out there because the girls that don't say that, the girls that don't care, they be fucking and they say that I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the ones that no. And again, we're just speaking in generalities here, and none of us here are women, so we really don't know exactly
We
what
don't fucking
that
know.
thought
But
process is.
question, Jar. Question, Jar. Well, just to the whole pod in general. Why? What is the reasoning for this conversation?
Right.
What brought us to this?
Cause y'all just popped into that. Look at you, man. Teeing it up, man.
You know what
Shout
I'm
shout out to the B mics. But
There's a lot of reasons today,
oh yeah,
and we're going to get into them.
we're gonna get into them. All right, so we going basketball. We going America first. Let's go basketball because we playing basketball. All right.
That's so crazy.
So
Facts. Those
um,
categories.
so Fox News's favorite, so Fox News's favorite rapper Kanye West said, and we're not gonna talk about the other things that he said because it's gonna be a silly pod today.
Yes.
But he said that, oh yeah, and just to basically piss some more people off tonight before I go to sleep, I saw this nigga fucking Kim too. And it was a picture of future Hall of Famer, Phoenix Suns point guard, Chris Paul.
Can we
And
start
he was
there?
just a picture of Chris Paul. Fucking, and he said that he was fucking Kim
John, I have a
Kardashian too.
question.
What's up, my guy?
Um, remember that Instagram post I sent you about Kanye?
Yeah.
Are we
This
going? Are we going to talk about that as well?
Nah, because that can be kind of serious. That can be kind of serious, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he
Yeah,
said
because Kanye really crazy.
he said a lot of fuck shit, but like we just gonna keep it silly today. But
Right,
boy,
gotcha.
that was crazy.
Yeah, Kanye really crazy.
Well, yeah, man. So Kanye not only told us about, well, he keeps telling us about all the people that was fucking his wife, which
Basically,
I don't know,
yeah.
kind of makes me uncomfortable. But
Yeah.
he potentially, according to quote somebody on Twitter, about to help Chris Paul lose the only ring that he has.
Oh my
So we
god.
kind of want. So today, just to tee up, we're going to break down this situation, another high-profile cheating situation, and just cheating in general, and why people do it, and some questions about
Why we think people do it?
why we
Because
think people do it.
haven't partaken in
How would
that.
you rock with it? Shout out K Rock for joining the cheating cast. What's up, my boy?
Hey man, what's good? What's going on, bro? Just chilling. How y'all doing?
Doing pretty good, man. Just teeing up the audience about how Kanye about to ruin Chris Paul's marriage because he felt that Chris Paul helped ruin his marriage because he decided to tell the world that Chris Paul was fucking Kim. Oh, fun fact, just before I let y'all, unpack on this and get y'all thoughts on it. For the audience, if you might not know, Chris Paul's teammate, Devin Booker, is fucking Kim's little sister. So, feel like you got
Damn,
the.
they keeping it in the family.
Hey,
This is
man, you
kind of
got
crazy.
team chemistry.
Yeah, crazy.
Kind of fucking weird, but yeah.
Yeah, man. What are y'all thoughts, man? Unpack it.
I think the first place to start is this nigga said he never said Chris Paul's name, which I think is like kind of funny. This nigga said this nigga is fucking my wife like it's not Chris Paul. I think that's
Yeah,
just
that
hilarious
is
to
true.
me.
And then it
Like,
had a picture, and no, but it had Chris Paul's name in the picture. Like it was like some kind of like roster sheet or something. He was like, "Oh yeah, so this nigga with Kim
like,
too."
like he
Good
said
night.
it like it was like some random. He said, "I found this nigga with my wife," and I'm just like, "Nigga, that's
That's
Chris
Chris
Paul."
Paul.
That's clearly Chris Paul.
Like that was just funny as shit to me. But I don't know. Jai, you brought up a question, and you said, "Is that dirty macking for Kanye West
Yeah, man.
to
Chris
bring
Paul
this
got
up?"
like he got a
How is that dirty
family.
macking?
No, because Chris Paul not dirty macking, but it's kind of like being like a hating nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Paul got a wife and family, and like if you got a girl and then somebody tell you about another girl that you was fucking, why you supposed to be with your girl? That's kind of fucked up. But
Okay,
said
no, the
girl,
only
but said girl that
But
he
okay.
was fucking was his
are we not
wife.
going to address that
So,
cheating is just wrong in general? Like
Exactly.
he should have
Yeah,
been doing
exactly.
that.
Exactly. So here's what I say. Here's what I say.
Disclaimer.
And then on top
Nobody
of
at
that,
the NIT
you're
podcast
cheating,
condones cheating. Disclaimer.
bro,
We do
because
not
you're
condone it,
cheating.
but
You're
we understand.
cheating on your wife with Kim Kardashian, who has a crazy ass ex husband who will literally air anything out as of late. This nigga has been no filter, so it's like you literally knew the risk and just didn't care.
I mean, what did he cheat?
I don't know.
Did he cheat while Kanye was like mid crazy? Like, well, not mid crazy. That's wrong.
I
Yeah,
know
that's the
when
thing.
he
It depends on
started
it
seeing
depends on
Kanye
when
be
he it
crazy.
depends on
When
when
did he
cheats.
fuck him?
Yeah,
Like, was he
when he
fucking
fuck
nobody
him.
else
Because if
together?
I mean, the nigga was crazy when he
exactly
got
because
with Kim at that point. So like,
But I'm saying, like,
yeah,
when
but
did
like,
Chris
hold on,
Paul
wait
fuck
a
him?
second. You're right, because if he fucked Kim while, like, before, him and Kanye and Kim got together, then there's no reason why he should have aired that out, because that's not even relevant. So still
Well,
cheating is
he
bad.
said
Still
But I thought,
cheating is bad, but that's not Kanye's business to air if that's when that happened.
But I
But if he
thought the
cheated
post was
while they were
Yeah, he said
together,
he caught on with his wife
he said
multiple times.
he walked in on them or whatever. He
Yeah.
caught them.
Yo, that's crazy. I
walking
ain't
in
know
on
that.
Chris Paul
Walking in on Chris
fucking
Paul,
your
fucking
wife,
your wife. It could have been
Yeah,
Cliff Paul though.
that's.
Bro, I be
Oh man.
like, nah, imagine if you like have to like walk in and you're like, nigga, is that Chris Paul?
is that yeah? Like,
Keep it real.
Nah, that's just crazy.
like, can you at least do it with a nigga who like won the championship or something? It's Chris Paul, the State
Wait,
Farm nigga.
wait. Was this
This
before or
nigga
after they
Kanye
went to the
was like,
finals?
I'm not a fan no more.
I feel like this was
The
after
State
like the
Farm
Patrick
nigga?
Beverly. This was after the Patrick Beverly push. They had to.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. I
Nah,
just don't think it's just yeah. Either way, it's
Yeah,
wrong, of
nah.
course.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit,
Cheating
that
is
shit
wrong,
wild.
but I mean it happens. So we about to get these jokes off.
Yeah, but
Man,
yeah,
He not a hating nigga for that though.
I
I
he's
think
not.
mean, I
But
don't know. I feel like if you ain't address it at the time, I feel like you just kind of hating now. Cause like there's
like
no
it's the
point.
fact that it's Rich's fact that it's nothing to gain from this.
Yeah, like he really just wanted to fuck
facts.
up Chris Paul's day. And granted, I'm sure Kanye's day was fucked up because I mean my day would be fucked up if I walked in on my
Yeah,
drug getting fucked by Chris Paul. But
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if you didn't address it then, why you doing it now, bro?
Also, why gotta do it publicly? Why not go to his girl and
Exactly.
do it? Like this is some private matters. I hate when people bring that shit to the public.
It's
I
very
mean, I
weird
guess
that how
she knows that
nowadays
he
you can
knows.
just post everything. Like everything is not like nothing is off limits. Like people are posting
Yeah,
whatever. Like he's posting about somebody cheating on his wife. If somebody cheated on me, I mean, if my wife cheated on me with a nigga, it doesn't matter if it's Chris Paul or Cliff Paul. I'm gonna be pretty upset about it and not want people to know. But this nigga said, "Hey, this nigga cheated on my wife. I mean, cheated on my wife cheated on me with this nigga." So it's like that's just
yeah.
weird as fuck to me. Like, why do people feel like the need? I know it's Kanye. He's on his like rant shit right now, but still, like, we're in an age where people are just so like okay with airing out their public, I mean, their private grievances and shit like that. It's just
Yeah,
weird.
it's just really dumb.
And you took her back, so you gotta hold that, my guy.
Oh yeah, you definitely gotta
Facts.
hold that. But what? No, no. Oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because I've like kind of heard different perspectives on it. Because there's situations where people can leave after a situation like that, and it could affect the growth of your kids. You know, the maturing of your kids if two parents are in the household,
Boy, fuck
and
them kids.
now it's fuck them kids. Okay,
Nah, that's
I'm just
crazy.
saying. Yeah, I was about to
No.
ask y'all. Like, I would understand like if a nigga would leave, but I also understand him staying to try to like keep his household together,
If I
especially
walk in
after
on
like
somebody
I don't
his.
think
fucking my
kids are a good
wife,
reason. Yeah, I think it's better to get your kids out of that toxic environment than trying to stay for their benefit because I don't think you're benefiting the kids by being in like a toxic relationship and having them see that shit every day.
I walk in on somebody fucking my wife, I am going to do everything. Okay, no, this is gonna sound bad. I'm not staying. I'm not staying. If you cheat on me, I'm not gonna stay. I can't handle it. That's just me, all right? I just know
Okay.
that. That's just me. And well, I like
Is
to get
there
the
any
rest of y'all
scenario?
thoughts on that. But
Yeah, is there any scenario where y'all see yourselves staying in a relationship if you catch your
Me, no.
Fucking does it have to be fucking because there are different
cheating,
ways people can cheat.
cheating, I
Cheating.
don't give a fuck.
What's
No,
the definition of cheating?
Okay,
Actually, before we do that, what's the definition of cheating for y'all?
cheating for a
I
man, or
Before
cheating
think
we
for a
it's
go any
woman.
further.
anything. I think, in my opinion, cheating is anything that
Cheating for a man or cheating for a
you.
woman. This is different.
It's not different.
I don't think it's different, but
I know. I'm just
we
being
Yeah,
can get to
funny.
that. We
I'm
can get
just
to
being
that
funny. I'm
after.
just being funny. I'm just being funny.
What's cheating to y'all?
having any kind of sexual or emotional relationship with someone outside of your relationship without that person's consent.
I like that.
That's a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
no. That's like the perfect way to
I
describe
mean,
it.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly
yeah.
what cheating is. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
like
lie.
that.
Yeah, no,
You can
I
find that
Like,
yeah.
if
perfect.
That's
anybody else has
I
another
feel like you
definition, put it
covered
on there.
every base,
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, niggas
even the
covered it
consent
all.
base in there, because you took into
Facts.
account for like the open relationships and the
Yeah,
polyamorous ones and shit like that. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah.
no, yeah.
Yeah, that boy
Hey,
cooking.
that boy
Let him
good.
cook.
That boy
Way
good.
to way to earn your check, boy. 360
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah,
boys. Yeah,
Earn it.
But
Be eating out here.
way
if
to earn
that's
your
the definition,
splits.
if that's the definition of cheating for what we've defined in this pod, you know what I'm saying? If a girl quote unquote cheats on me, I'm not staying, even if it's not sexually, because of course sexually is kind of worse. But
Hmm.
I even like if you're giving somebody else some form of attention and y'all in a relationship, then clearly there's something there that you're trying to get from somebody else that I'm not giving to you. And you're also not telling me this, then it's kind of just like, why are we even in this relationship in the first place? You're trying to get the best of both worlds, or what you think is the best of both worlds. So if you think that nigga's so great to where you can talk to him and like confide in him for shit, then go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
Without
I'm
me.
trying to think. Like, would you be more mad if you caught Chris Paul banging your wife, or like Chris Paul like giving your wife the best emotional support ever?
Oh my god, that's
Nah, like
Hey,
like Chris
I'm
Paul,
not gonna cap.
like really,
Yo,
like
I
your
think
wife
it's
really
equal.
confided in Chris Paul while she's crying on his
It's
shoulder.
like,
wow.
why the fuck is Chris
Oh
Paul the nigga that you're
yeah.
confiding in?
It's totally the
That's
banging one.
great.
It's totally the banging one. No, I definitely get the problem with the emotional support thing. Like that'll hurt my feelings. But nah, like Chris Paul fucking my wife, I'll be mad as shit.
I would be more confused as to why he's the nigga. Like, how did he
Like
earn
Chris
that?
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah, like
Wait,
okay,
is this
like
something you need to tell me?
With Kanye and Kim, I kind of get it. But like
But
like this
like,
is me. Like I'm like, why do you
Yeah,
have
how
Chris
Chris
did you
Paul,
Paul
what
even
you
number?
meet
doing
this nigga?
here?
Like, where'd you
Exactly.
meet this nigga at?
Where did you
Dog?
meet
Like,
Chris Paul? Like,
Why is Chris
Chris
Paul in my
Paul, what are you
bedroom?
doing there?
why is Chris Paul in my bedroom? Like, bro, how did he get here? This nigga? And I'm not saying like Chris Paul like
Yo.
a lame ass nigga or anything like that, but
Yeah,
that's like the
Yeah,
last nigga
it's
that I
just
would
so
assume.
random. Like,
Yeah, that's
it's
random
Chris
as fuck.
Paul.
Yeah, yeah, like
like Chris Paul, why are you here?
He's supposed to be a good neighbor. Crazy.
fags. That nigga is the
Ariana,
worst
what are you
neighbor
doing
ever.
here?
I don't want that nigga to live by me. Cause
Hell
yeah,
no.
Yo,
that
what if
nigga's
he
not a
came
good
there with
neighbor.
Jake?
In
Okay,
the
if
whole,
if he and Jake are fucking my wife,
Oh, wait.
somebody's getting shot, dog.
If they
Yeah,
got
I ain't gonna
cheating,
lie. They're
yeah,
gonna have to need some insurance after
he's
that.
gonna get hurt
Yeah,
bad.
no
Jeez.
bullshit, no bullshit. Somebody getting shot. I'm sorry.
Not Jake.
I hate to condone violence on the pod, but hey, I feel like that's acceptable
Okay,
circumstances. Somebody,
but like real shit though. Where Orlando broke down the definition right of cheating. Like, is there any in like any form of relationship where you can handle that cheating, or can you bounce back from cheating? Like, not just you, but like in general. Do you think? Well, I'm not gonna say in general, but you specifically. Um, y'all podcast members, B mics. Do y'all think that do y'all think that
go
there's
ahead.
any situation that y'all can, stay in a relationship after some form of cheating at all? Austin, you kind of gave your answer, but I kind of want everybody to, you know, get an answer, their thoughts.
honestly, I don't know. I'm leaning more towards no, just because it's something that I think is highly frowned upon. Just like, bro, like, how could you? Like, for all that, just break up with me first. I feel like I would rather do
Facts.
that. Just be like, yo, like, I'm cool with this relationship. I think someone else looks better, or they make me feel better, or whatever the case may be. And I'll just be like, damn, fuck you. But like, at least you didn't cheat.
Facts.
I don't know. I just think that like, if it's any sexual contact, then no, I wouldn't be able to get that thought out of my head that like, damn, she really she really fucked this nigga. Wow. Like I would be pretty upset. There's no way I'm
Yeah.
coming back from that. Like she actually fucked this nigga. She went behind my back and brought this nigga into my house and fucked him.
Whoa, we ain't
Like,
say all that now. We ain't kind of cook
well,
man.
I'm thinking about the Kanye West thing, like how Chris Paul was
But I just mean like
walking
just
in on
cheating in
him.
general.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, still, like if it's fucking, then like I'll be pretty damn disappointed, and I'll be like, no. If it's like I don't know, like if it's more of an emotional thing, I don't know if I could bounce back from that still. But at the same time, like here's the thing, maybe I could understand why it happens and be understanding, but still not want to be a part of the relationship any further. Like for example, if like I'm not emotionally supportive in any kind of way, or if she's like I guess like not seeing too much of me in a certain kind of way, and someone else is giving her that, then I'll be like, okay, I can see you need your needs met. But like I don't think I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll try to be the man for you. I'll just be like, all right, go be with that nigga then, since he giving you what you want. So I
Regardless of
guess
like kids or
yeah,
anything.
yeah. No. Kids don't need to be a part of that shit. Like I think kids will internalize a lot of different things from seeing their parents in a tumultuous situation. I think if parents are ever going through anything, they should lead the kids out of it, and the kids shouldn't even know shit until maybe they get to an age where they could like process it.
Okay. Follow up
Agreed.
question. Follow up question. Would you ever try to find out if your partner is cheating? Would you ever?
Yeah.
Which
Ooh.
I'm
Oh,
saying like, would you
wait.
ever?
Let me answer my the first question then I can.
Oh yeah.
Uh, me, I think I was listening to Orlando's answer, and I was thinking like, okay, let me think about it like this. Physical cheating, absolutely not, absolutely not.
What if she didn't go
Cause
crazy? What if it was just like a little quickie?
Nah, no,
no,
A
no, no,
quickie,
absolutely
that's
not.
even
no.
worse. Like,
She didn't go crazy.
damn.
What if she didn't go crazy? She just
Nigga
like,
said that's even worse. How's that even worse? What were you thinking about her? He's like, at least you
I don't know
can
why. I just
actually fuck
imagine
my
fucking
wife.
in a
Yeah,
store.
like you're not
Like if
gonna.
you're gonna fuck my wife, at least do it good.
No,
Like,
no, I'm just thinking like, damn, you really went all out there for a fucking quickie? You risked it all for a fucking quickie? Like, damn,
oh,
you not
Black, hurry up,
shit.
give your answer because we actually
Okay,
have
okay,
a
I got you, I
comment.
got you.
We actually have a comment, but yeah.
Okay. All right. So look, yeah, physical cheating, absolutely not. Now, this is what I was thinking while Orlando was talking. I'm like, if I'm legitimately the problem, like legitimately the problem in turn, let me finish. In terms of like, all right, like say like she's like like looking for another nigga to confide in for real, like on some like it's emotional type shit. You feel me? If I'm legitimately the problem, like say I'm literally like not present at all. Like I'm like doing music shit. I'm literally never there. I'm not paying attention at all. You know what I'm saying? It's not physical. I could see myself, especially if I fuck with her for real. Like I could see myself, you know what I'm saying, trying to uh try to fix that issue if there's a thing, and that's a situation where I could potentially see myself trying to work it out, but it would be hard for sure, just because like still a trust thing. It's like maybe I wasn't the best person or whatever, but it's like like now it's like you have that thought in your head like okay, it's like what I'm saying, if she could do it, she would do it, but I could see myself in that specific situation trying to work this shit out, but.
All
Yeah.
right. And before you answer, I guess the follow up, the comment said, "What if it was legit, like a mistake, like a drunken night, like damn near blacked out at a
no,
party?"
no,
Because
no,
mistake.
Uh,
no,
No, no,
no,
let me
no,
finish. Let me
no.
finish. Let me finish. Because
Okay. Yeah, you
mistakes do
finish.
happen, especially on the men's
Mm-mm.
side. That's what she's in parentheses.
Especially on the men's
Especially
side.
on the men's side,
What is that?
right?
Nah, I don't
I
even
don't
like.
know. I think if the
I don't even
nigga
like the formulation of
I,
this
I, I
question.
Yeah, I
think
feel
what
like
she was saying is that she might have heard of a nigga getting drunk and end up fucking a bitch at like a party or some shit like that, right? Fucking
right.
having sex with a woman. Trying to clean it up, but right
I don't think
at a party.
mistakes
And I don't
are
think cheating.
real. I
Personally,
don't
I don't
believe in
think cheating is
mistakes.
a mistake because
Yeah, I don't believe in a
Yes.
mistake either. Like
yeah.
for men or women, I don't think you can.
I
Like
didn't.
even if you're drunk, I don't think you can
I didn't been
mistakenly.
on this
Because I've
earth.
been drunk.
I've
I've
been on
never
this earth
been
for
drunk
Facts.
enough to
24
I've
Shit
been
years.
drunk.
face.
I've been the
Completely
drunkest
shit
on
face.
like ever, and I knew exactly what I was doing. Though it was like
Yeah, like
not
maybe I
fun.
might have
I
been a
knew what I
little
was doing.
looser, but I knew
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly
even
what I
though
was
people
doing.
do
I
handle
just didn't
alcohol
care.
tolerance in different ways, but I think we are in agreement that at our most fucked up stage, we kind of had sense, like enough sense
Yes.
to know what and
Like
what
I've
not
I
never
to
have
been
been
do.
on this
blackout
earth
drunk,
for
so
24 years. I have never mistakenly tripped
that's
into some pussy. No.
Whoa,
Whatever.
whoa.
All the liquor does
what.
is just make you bolder, man.
Yeah, yeah, it
Exactly.
makes you
And
Exactly.
bolder,
there
but you're doing everything that you're
Your
doing.
You
So
do.
and
I
Yeah,
there
don't.
is
Yeah,
plenty
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
times. There is plenty of times where I did get drunk, and I say I wanted to have sexual relations with a lady. I knew exactly who the lady was. I knew how I was gonna get there. I knew how long I was gonna stay over there, and then I ended up doing it consensually, of course. So it's like there's nothing like way to me. I somebody be like, oh, it was a drunken night. I didn't even mean to do it. You meant to do it. You just did it off some
And
liquid
if
not
he
liquid.
was
What
drunk,
is it? Some courage,
and
liquid
if he
courage.
was
Yeah,
drunk,
liquid courage.
because we're not just about to
Mm.
be anti-men on this podcast. If he was
Yeah.
drunk and the woman who had relations with him knew he was drunk, she took advantage of him. So call the police.
Seriously did.
How about that?
Facts, you gotta keep that same
Well,
energy.
Yeah.
okay.
You definitely gotta keep that same energy
Yeah.
because that should be happening.
Fucking
But in
pervert.
terms of cheating, nah, I
She
don't
saw that
believe that
drunk.
it.
She saw that man get plastered, and she was like, "You know what?
Nigga said fucking pervert.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, I
Yeah,
Brother
think
was
things
out
like
there having a
all right.
good time. Brother was probably wearing some basketball shorts, and she probably was like, he should have been dressed differently. And then,
He should have been dressed differently.
it's a shame.
Like, what if she coerces him, like in a certain way, like he's drunk and
Mm.
loose, and then she starts like kissing on him and different shit, and then start,
She took advantage of him. So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is that cheating on the man's side if he got taken advantage of?
I don't know.
if he
I'm not gonna
didn't,
lie to you.
With
if he was
with
not a
the
willing
other shit that
participant,
we
So
with the other shit we just said, with the we kind of sort of knew what was going on. Can we really say like he not cheating?
There's a difference between knowing what's going on and being like physically
being
like
able to
in
stop
the
it,
state.
because
Yeah,
like,
like
what
in
if
the
he was
state where
drunk
you're
enough to
like
where like
fucked
he
up.
couldn't really like move like that, or like get her off him or something like that? What if it was the slim nigga big girl combo? Then what?
That's crazy.
Nah, that's actually insane.
Probably happens
Nah, bro.
more often than
I
you
mean,
think.
like me
Oh
personally.
no, the comments is crazy. I would recommend all of y'all to go peep the comments because that's crazy.
What
That's a
up?
crazy response. But I would recommend all of y'all to go peep the comments on the Twitch. That's
Read
a
it.
crazy response.
Yeah, read it.
Nah, I don't feel comfortable reading it. Well, I
Oh,
just say it. She said, nah,
We
because
got
why are you putting yourself in that position? That's dicey. That's a dicey use of the English language right there.
mm.
If I'm drunk
Question, man.
and the girl is not drunk, it's not about me putting myself in my position. She should leave me alone while I'm drunk because I didn't fully consent to that. So,
Yeah, like what we was
yeah.
all at the party or whatever, and then everyone left, and then she talking about like, oh, I want to make sure you straight. I'll take you home, or like anything. Like,
Lando, remember
hmm?
the situation? We was at the kickback and then they had that girl that you were not attracted to and she kept trying to like harass you and you was like
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, she
drunk.
was like touching on me and shit,
It's
and
a
I was
very
like
similar
very much
situation.
not
Like
feeling
now,
it.
if you had a girlfriend, that's not cheating because it's like
Yeah,
one, sure was bigger than you, but it's
yeah,
just
hell
like
yeah, god damn.
you don't do that. But
Hell
it's
No, I'm
like
yeah.
just
yo,
saying
like
like,
you couldn't like you was like kind of fucked up. I think that was the night she was like super fucked up.
no, that
Like,
was a different night. But even on
uh,
that night too, it was this
but
girl who
even
was there who
then, it's
was
just
like
kind of
saying
like
like I'm gonna
yo.
get you drunk. But yeah,
Don't fuck with drunk people. That's not cheating. That's people getting taken advantage of. But back to
hmm.
cheating, because this is more fun. I'm not saying that cheating is more fun. We do not condone cheating. But my follow up
God
question
is
of
crazy.
and Black, I want you to lead with this. Um,
Okay.
would you go if you had suspicions, right? Would you try to find out? Like I don't know, like go through the phone, put
I
the
don't believe in
track the
that shit,
shit,
bro.
follow her
Honestly.
around, hire a private investigator, things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Me personally, I don't believe in going through phones. I don't believe in doing that shit. If I gotta do all that shit, I'm gonna break up with you because I don't have time. I really, more than anything, bro, I don't have time to be doing that shit. Like, I feel like just in general, like if we're in a relationship or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like niggas should be just adding to peace and shit like that. If I gotta like be constantly worried about what the fuck you're doing or whatever the case may be, like I'm not going to be focused on what the hell I need to do like in my career and shit like that, and I just don't have the energy. So I would just
Okay.
break up. I'm not even going to take a second thought,
I
honestly.
second that, like in the sense that like I'm not about to be fucking Sherlock Holmes for a sneaky link. Like that just sounds like a big waste of my time. And also the fact that the thing about like trying to catch someone in some sort of shit is that eventually if they close enough with you, they gonna kind of know what's up. Like I feel like people can read energy and they could read the suspicions. And next thing you know, like you're gonna be put in situations where you catch them in some shit, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Why don't you trust me?" And that's just gonna be arguments after arguments. So like, eventually, you should just like I just don't think you should get into the headache of like trying to catch someone. Like I would just ask like straight up, even though of course you're not gonna get answers straight up, especially if that person still want to be with you. But yeah, just be straight up about the shit. I think.
More than anything, if you can't trust somebody, I just it's no point. If
That's
you
the
don't
thing
have
though.
trust, it ain't no point in my opinion. Now,
Brandon,
That's
granted, they can do like
Brandon
that's
Duff.
if they're
What's the name
doing
of
what.
it? Oh, my
that's
bad.
what my
Oh,
dad
my
always
bad. Go
told
ahead.
me, man. He was like, yo, like if you can't trust that person, there's no point in even being with them. And another thing I wanted to say is that for me personally, I'm always a person that pays attention to detail, good memory. So it's like if you start acting different or start doing different things or your schedule start changing, then I ask you something, and then you answer one way, then I ask you something again, then the answer's different. And I'll be like, "Bro, didn't you say this the last time or whatever?" So it's like I always like take a mental note of everything. So it's like instead of me like looking through your shit, I'm kind of like taking mental notes of like certain things that you do or say or you know checking locations or whatever the case may be. And it's just like like nah, something's not right. So I'm really just more along the lines of you either tell me the truth, or I'm gonna just make my own decision and leave you myself.
I feel bad for the chick that cheat on you because you got a memory like a fucking elephant.
Oh yeah,
Nah, him
and
and
you're
Orlando.
inquisitive.
Facts. And then they'll just say it like randomly, like you can't even try to get the lie off to somebody else. They'll be like, "No, you didn't." And you'd be like, "Yo, shut up!" Like,
Literally.
We're some
Like, no,
remembering ass
you
niggas,
did
huh?
not say that.
Not
You
me.
did not say
I
that.
don't be
right?
remembering
You said
shit.
this
You was
verbally
not
at
talking
this
like
time.
that the other day, my nigga. Like,
Respectfully.
but yeah, Duff. Well, no Duff. So, yeah, I'm kind of in agreement with y'all. I'm kind of in agreement with y'all. I wouldn't go do it Snoop. I wouldn't try to find out because again, I couldn't take it. And if you cheat on me, I'm leaving. Like I don't care what our situation is. I don't care what kids we got. I don't care how much the divorce costs. I'm leaving. I'm not about to stay with that because. And it sounds bad. This is gonna sound like a double standard. But one, you already kind of violated my trust, and two, I don't think you understand the kind of shame that comes. I can only speak from a man's perspective. The shame that'll come from it being known that another dude had your woman
Oh yeah.
is different. It's different, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, that's different. Like we all know the dude, or we all heard the dude that everybody then like popped his girl or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Oh yeah, he for sure gets made fun. Like no, they're never going to bring it up until it's time. But when it is time, that's the first bag that niggas
That's
are
the
going in.
first bag that they gonna get
That's
into,
the
Yeah.
and it's
first.
just
Like like you have to be on your p's and q's when you're that guy. You just
Oh
have to
yeah.
you
just.
can't laugh too hard at no joke. You can't get
No,
booked
it's
with
like
nobody.
Hold up, because did
no,
it
the ether is waiting on your ass. Like seriously.
Hold up, bro,
at any
because
moment?
you look in this Dropbox. uh, but speaking of Dropbox files and finding out cheating, another couple, somebody did decide to go get a private investigator and expose the host of Good Morning America, the two out of the three hosts of Good Morning America. One of their significant others, I don't know if it was the girl's husband, the woman's husband, or the guy's
I
wife,
believe so.
got a
No,
private
never mind. I don't
investigator,
know.
and they were shown on a romantic getaway. I forgot the
Mm.
names of it, but just go watch Good Morning America. It's the black dude and the skinny white
I think
girl.
they're in Turks and Caicos
Yeah, they were
or some
on
bullshit.
not, but they was in like mad places. You know what I'm saying? Because it
No,
looked like they was kind of like in the mountains whenever he had grabbed her hamstring in that one picture. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, he was in the mountains with her ass. Ooh.
And so,
Jai and his hamstring shit got me
dog,
fucked
cause
up.
she ain't have like no ass, like not even like a butt
Yeah.
shape, and like he really tried to like cup it, but it looked like he
I
just
wouldn't
grabbed the
even go
back of
for
her
it, bro.
leg.
You can't even go for it if you know it's that flat.
I'm not gonna cap. If you cheat on me, don't make it like an extravagant cheat
Yeah,
either.
not an
Like
extravagant getaway.
don't go take the person to the mountains
Well,
and y'all
they
have
have to
sex on
get
the
away
mountain.
though. They're
Like
like
go to
public
hell.
figures. They're public figures. They have to get away. Like they can't just be in the fucking Motel 6. You know what I'm saying? Well, hey, what are you doing there?
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
mean,
You
I
want
mean
to
you
go to
could. That's
Motel
like the
6.
And
last
look,
place that people
but
would
look, but
assume you go if
they're
you have that
they're
much
the
money.
people that kind of like cover the like events across the country and shit like that. Like it'll be like major hurricane here, volcano here, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like that's a
They
Yeah.
doing
good
the
spot to
medical
get
ones.
away. You'd be like, why are you in Turks and Caicos? Oh, we had a report of the ground shaking a little
Some
bit.
Caicos and Turks.
Damn, that
Nigga said
sounds
the
like
Yeah,
ground shaking a little
he
bit.
definitely went to go get some Caicos and Turks. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for
Nah,
real.
facts. That nigga got some. Wow, that's crazy.
You
Okay,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some Caicos and Turks. So that gentleman, both parties were married. They both since deactivated their Instagram and through just like a slew of pictures, videos, and just different evidence. It just showed them having what looked like an extramarital affair. You know what I'm saying? And apparently, this isn't the first time that that gentleman was cheating on his wife with somebody in Good Morning America. Man, he felt like the
Damn.
fuck at his
he
job.
loves Good Morning America. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No,
That boy be happy as
That
shit
nigga,
in the
that nigga
morning.
is
he be
committed to
so
his
happy to
job.
go to work.
In the mornings,
damn.
that boy be happy as a bitch.
And
That
so
boy be
they
morning.
even had like one viral clip of them training for the New York City Marathon. That's the big one. Um, and they were like kind of just going through it, and then they were just like, "Oh, I'm running behind you." Like they were obviously flirting, especially now. They were like flirty, but it's like you kind of have to do that to build on camera chemistry with somebody, right?
Yeah.
But now, no, we know now they was like really into it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just like, "Yeah, I'm pacing behind you, so you're always." you're always in front, and I'm always like behind or something like that. And then she was like, well, the point is, we're both gonna be finishers, and I was like, yo,
Hey,
Okay, all
Nah, you
right.
know what's so crazy?
that's kind of disrespectful. I ain't gonna lie. She was
Yeah, that's
disrespectful to her
crazy.
husband in that one. Like, yo,
That's crazy.
Like watching the clips and playbacks back in real time. It's like it's crazy to see like how bad like they was fucking for real
yeah.
like the different clips that people was pulling back like you could tell like nah them niggas
yeah,
they was
fucking
getting it
going
in. You feel me?
Facts. So this kind of tees up my next question. Um, let's just get down to the root of it. Why do you think, in your opinion, in terms of generalities, which we kind of talked about this a little bit on the intro, um, why do you think that people cheat in general? And we can only speak from a male perspective, so let's just focus on like why would a man cheat?
on.
And
Many reasons.
I'm not even about to ask y'all if any of y'all ever cheated before because ain't nothing but good brothers on here who would never cheat ever.
Black men don't cheat.
Facts. I don't even
Right.
think Chris Paul did that shit. I don't know who Kanye saw fucking his wife, but
It's
could,
Cliff.
Paul Chris.
couldn't have been Chris Paul. Yeah, it was probably
That
it
was
was
Cliff Paul
probably
that
got
was
Paul
that
Cliff
Chris.
Paul.
Yeah,
That
that
was
bitch ass
probably
nigga
Cliff.
Cliff, bro.
Yeah,
yeah, brother
bro.
boy
Man,
be
Chris was
Cliff
tweaking.
getting
trash,
niggas
I
caught
ain't
up
bro.
gonna
out
Paul
here.
lie.
Chris.
Low key, Chris Paul gotta say he gotta tweet that was Cliff Paul. I just for the shit that he
Yo,
He's not
his
gonna.
marriage is
He's
done.
nah, that was Cliff Paul for sure.
Hey, pause for the cause before y'all answer that. How many NBA
What?
players do you think texted Chris Paul and be like, "Yo, am I safe?" you know, like yo, like do
I don't
you
know.
think LeBron hit that nigga up? He was like, "Nigga, like yo,
that.
what all?
I would.
We all cool? Like what's going on? What all this nigga Kanye know?"
LeBron is definitely in the Chris Paul range of like people as far as like the last people that you would assume would cheat that
Fuck no.
are
Well, I got a theory,
okay.
but I'm not about to
You
say
have a
my theory.
theory, yeah.
I
You
got a
can you have a
theory.
theory.
I got a theory, and I'm telling you, it's
Most
coming.
people wouldn't assume that he would do that though. You just think that he's up to something with
A lot of
you
people
know.
do assume it though because they think his wife isn't like
Nah, I think
She
Hollywood
she. I
type
think
cool.
she's.
thing.
She's
Yeah, I think
I
fire.
she's.
I
think
ain't
a
gonna
little,
lie.
Yeah, I
but
think
I
she's
think
I fuck
attractive.
with
I
Savannah.
seen a lot of people say shit like, "Oh, LeBron probably
Young
fucking hella
Savannah.
girls because he can
Wow.
get a supermodel baddie." Blah 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 blah. I seen
Well,
She's
that a
and
lot.
this
cool. I
is
ain't
a
gonna
good
lie
way
to
to
you.
kind of
I
turn
think
it
she look
back.
good.
And this is a good way to kind of turn it back to the question, Orlando, of like why people do cheat. Because I feel like that a lot of people just assume that you're cheating because you can you this person is better or you have access to more women and stuff now. And I do think for some people that's the case. Um, you know what I'm saying? I do think for some men that's the case because a lot of men, the majority of men, go around fucking girls that they can, not necessarily girls that they want. And if they get the
Yeah.
option to fuck girls that they want, they probably will take it,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
But sometimes I believe that sometimes people just cheat just to cheat. So kind of like, what are y'all thoughts on, why men would just go and do that? Just why not?
Cause a lot of them will want to just have sex with a new partner. Like that's just exciting because after a
Mm-hmm.
while they'll get kind of shit get kind of old and
The power of
niggas.
pussy.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's really mostly that I think, and also it's for like I like the point you brought up because I think also like a lot of men cheat for convenience. It's not necessarily like out of any deep seated like type of thing or situation where like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna fuck someone else. It's usually just like, she work at my little job, or oh, I see her around the way. I could totally just smash this pussy, be back home in like 40 minutes, boom.
Yo, Orlando's hilarious.
I
Nah,
agree.
my
I
little
agree. I
job
agree
is
with that
crazy.
though. I agree
Yeah,
with that though. Like,
Yeah, this shit
and
done.
another thing that I feel like people have to realize, or women have to realize when men do this certain thing, it's not necessarily out of a place of, oh, I care about this woman more. With niggas, I feel
Not
like
at all.
that's probably like 99% of the
no,
time, that's not the case. It's just that is, again, like Brandon said, it's just new pussy. And of course, in theory, it sounds like the dumbest thing, and like it should be the easiest thing to ward off or to not care about. But like for men, like especially like when you start having sex like at earlier ages, it's like the the kind of thrill. I wouldn't say thrill, but just like the idea of new pussy is very alluring.
And
Now
here's the
I have a
thing.
question.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I have a question. So let's say it's not new pussy. Let's say it's pussy he fucked before.
I don't
He
mean say he likes
chose.
her.
You want to
Mm,
come back for more,
Because we like her.
more and
That's
more.
why.
would no 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 would it be he likes her or he just knows that that pussy's immaculate so he be able to
I
let her
think it's
test
that
it?
one.
Either or. It could be either or, in
Mm,
my opinion.
I think it's mostly
it'll
the
have
second
to be.
option.
But it'll have to be significantly more immaculate to bring problems into my
Yeah.
home, and that's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like the box is going to be good regardless. Like the other part is
Right.
just an option. Like I like
Right.
her.
And I think they, yeah, I think it's that, I think it's that I like her. Like, I think it's just more like, because like I said, a lot of dudes, like a lot of men, don't even deal with women that. A lot of men get women that they can, like, and that's just a fact. A lot of dudes don't have a lot of multiple sexual partners. They have dudes that will get married having sex with 2 or 3 women, right? I know the stereotype is like, men are dogs and they fuck a lot, but no, it's only a certain select few of niggas that get all the ass. And oh man, this sounds horrible, but it's a select
Nah,
few.
that's
I mean,
true.
but
Yeah.
that's the truth because a lot of girls like the same stuff out of a
Yes.
dude. So if you hit those qualifications, you're more likely going to do that, right? And girls be sharing niggas. We said it before in this podcast. Girls be sharing niggas, knowingly or unknowingly. They be sharing niggas, right? And a lot of dudes is just gonna go down fucking 1 to 5 people, like give or take. That's just the facts because of how they're viewed to the field,
And
right?
also, girls like guys who get girls.
Yes,
So
girls like
if there's
guys who get
guys,
pussy. That's
yeah.
just
So
a fact.
Very true.
if there's guys who continuously get ass like that, then they're gonna be the more sought after, you know,
Because
group
they're gonna
of
want to see what it's hitting for. Because
Yeah, they're like, oh,
exactly.
they're
why
gonna
are
be
the rest
like,
of these bitches
oh, I
doing
can
it?
be the one. Well, assuming that they're gonna be like, oh, I could be the one to lock this nigga up, or you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, he ain't ever had no shit like me, and Plotzer, probably not. But yeah, so it's just a lot of dudes. They don't fuck a lot. They don't. They
Right.
don't. They don't fuck a lot of girls, or they're not fucking girls that they want. They're fucking girls that they can get. A lot of dudes have sex with women that they can get, settling because typically women will wait out for who they want or what they want, or
Facts.
they'll be cool playing a different position of what they want because I think that a woman can always get sex from a man. It's very few
Yes.
dudes that will be like, I'm not gonna have sex with this girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
even if they don't like the girl, like as a person or something like that, or they'll never cuff her, I don't see them. It's not too many dudes that's gonna be turning down free pussy.
The
You know what I'm
only
saying?
way that I feel like they would do that is if they're one of those niggas that you mentioned before that can get girls like that to where
They
it's
can
like,
get the girls that
man,
they want.
right. But again, for most niggas, that's not they don't have that luxury.
That's not the reality. A lot of men will go without. A lot of men will go without having a lineage. A lot of lineage will die with a lot of niggas because they're just not gonna get no ass because they don't have anything to be sought after of value. It's societal history, man. It's the niggas before. What made you valuable? You had land, shelter, cows, and shit like that. You think the niggas with no cows was getting pussy? No. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga only
You,
get one cow.
That
I'm
is
not fucking with
Hey,
why
that
you
nigga.
think the
That's
kings? Why you think the kings and the knights and shit like that, all the sirs and shit like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
goddamn clergy.
they had like 4 or 5 wives and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they had something of
they,
value. But then you got the
facts.
niggas
They
that
had the
if you
goats
don't
on
have
deck,
nothing of
man.
value, women like niggas who have shit of value. Typically, that's how it goes. Wherever, like that's just what it is. And a lot of people, this is gonna sound even worse. A lot of people don't have a value that other people would want. It might be things that they value, but it won't be a
No, I
value of
agree.
other things they can want. And it might just be a minority. You know what I'm saying? You might have your little 2 or 3 bodies, and then you be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You might be like 20. You might be like 25, right? And if you a dude Like I can't speak for everybody else, but I know I was interested in girls very early. But let's say the average dude, let's just give them like 10, right? Let's just say 10 or 11, right? You interested in girls, right? Now, some niggas, they gonna get to it early, but we talking about the average niggas here, right? So they're probably not gonna get to it at all. They're probably not gonna have anything done with a girl till let's say give it to like 16, right? And it's probably gonna be the girl that lets them do it because they probably want the bad bitch, the popping chick, but she with the popping niggas, or in the black community, she probably with the older niggas. We'll talk about that another time too.
Oh
But
shit.
and so you know what I'm saying? So it's like you go through you about like 16, 17, 18. So you probably had like one or two experiences with some girls that just let you rock, right? And you go to college, you don't try to fuck everybody. But even in college, it's a bubble. So pretty much like after your freshman year, there becomes a social hierarchy, right? So then even if it's not necessarily the girls that you want, it's gonna be you automatically learn at an early age as a dude to go get the best of your options. And for some people, for most people, those options are very small. So the average man, by the time he's like 24, 25, 27, right? The average man who doesn't have a lot of that sexual value and shit like that, they're probably gonna cuff the chick. That's the best of their options. They're gonna consider it. They're probably gonna, go in and out of a relationship with her a couple of times, try to see if they can get some more bodies under their belt, shit like that. But then they're gonna be like, I'm gonna cuff her because she's good with what I have. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I just lagged out.
then, then, whenever they in that marriage, about year 4, 5, 6, or whatever, let's say he start making a lifestyle change. He getting a little bit of shade. He start getting a little bit of more bread, or like you said, Orlando, it said work. It's convenience. New chick at reception, and she kind of be coming up. You know what I'm saying? Bad spoken a little bit, and she be like, "Damn, kind of cool." And he's like, "Oh shit, I've never had this option before, so now I'm about to take this option and go see." That's all.
Preach,
Yeah,
young brother.
I agree. It's just I don't, especially with guys. I just don't think cheating is that complex of a thing. I think
Oh yeah,
personally,
nah, niggas don't
Yeah,
ever
men
make it
really like
complex
easy
until
stuff. They don't want to
That's,
work too hard for this shit.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's just
at
kind of
all.
like, oh shit,
If they
it's
can make
something I
it as
didn't have
easy as
access to
possible, they
before,
will.
and I can have it now. It's like if you could only
Preach.
eat ramen noodles, and then somebody said, "Hey, here's this steak dinner," you just gonna be
you
like,
you gonna
"Nah."
try that steak.
You
It
gonna
could be a
Most
go
steak
get the
niggas
dinner.
are
It
gonna
steak.
could
try
be
the
I
some
steak.
don't
They're
know,
gonna
Wendy's.
try
bro.
the
It
steak.
could be some
Most
Wendy's.
niggas
They'll
gonna
I
be
try
don't
the
like,
steak.
know.
hell yeah.
Not facts.
If the ramen was crafted like the way I spice my shit up, I might still get the ramen, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Add my little
But
hot
if you
sauce, my
always
little
want a
seasoning.
steak, but if you always want a steak and you can never get steak, you never had it, you never tried steak before ever, right? But this is your one chance to get steak. It's your one chance to get a bad bitch, and then you're getting the steak for free. Somebody's giving it to you. Somebody, you don't have to go work for the steak. You ain't got to go to a restaurant. You ain't got to DoorDash. Somebody's bringing it to your doorstep. You still gonna take it because you know in your mind you can always go get some ramen.
When you break it down like that, yes. I'm not saying I would. I'm just saying
Of course not,
for
because we
most
don't
niggas,
cheat.
that's how.
But for
Yeah,
most
I'm just
niggas,
saying
I
that's
I
how
don't
most niggas
know.
would view that, and I think they would say, hell yeah, I'm gonna get that steak because I always want a steak, and now steak finally fuck on me, so I can get some steak now.
matter of fact,
Hell yeah.
fuck the analogies, bro. Let's just we know niggas, bro. We know niggas that have never had, never will, they have not been in any kind of sexual contact with a bad bitch. Let's just call it what it is, bro.
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is. They've never dealt with a bad bitch, and it don't mean that they don't love their girl or anything like that. But you know what was never an option for them? Them getting pursued, them having the option of getting a bad bitch. And in the one time that they get a chance to get a bad bitch, they might never get that again. So it's a split decision. If it's just like, oh shit, I might get it. It's wrong because you shouldn't cheat, but you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So you have to
Right.
so you got to know, is your partner with you because you're the best that they can do, or do they actually fuck with you?
And I feel like that's why, say if you see a lot of relationships where a nigga just came up on some money recently, like say shit rappers or whatever, then you know if they are in a relationship when they start to get more uh money, more fame, all that shit, then I don't think those relationships with they that they start off with they usually work because now niggas have access to shit that they didn't have access to before. Now niggas are getting the DMs from like the IG baddies and shit like that that they were never able to get. The girl in their hometown that they always wanted to fuck that wouldn't let them fuck ever is now being like, hell yeah, let's you know what I'm saying. So it's like it's hard for a person, not even niggas, but just a person in
Just a
that
person in
situation to
general.
be like, nah, you know
Let's
what I'm
let let
saying?
let let let's flip it on the other side, like with women, right? Let's say you got a girl that's like your girl sings, right? But she's,
Right.
I don't know, a fucking school teacher, right? And you're an accountant or some shit like that. Like that's your income. But your girl sings on the side, and then boom, she finally blows up. She do like an open mic, get a little talent, yada yada yada, right? So then she gets exposed to a new crop of people, right? You're still an accountant, but now she's exposed to celebrity niggas and shit like that, right? And in her mind, in terms of relationship, all she can do is get an account or some shit like that. But now she got access to all these new niggas. She got access to athletes, other musicians, interns, and shit like that. Niggas with money, billionaires, shit like that. It's not unplausible for her to want to go level up. So the best way to do that is either you have to bring something of value. If your partner levels up in some capacity that expands their options, and you want to keep that partner, you have to level up with them and then you
But
have to
see,
level up in the way that they need that. For some people, it's money. For some people, it's appearance. Start taking care of yourself more. For some people, it's different levels of support and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you gotta level up with them.
I agree, but the only thing is, it's like that level up. If you level up, like, and you're not happy, like, you don't have to cheat. Is all I'm saying. Like, it can be like a.
Right, you don't.
You don't have to cheat,
It,
but you
You can
just
no, I'm
just
saying
leave,
it's
like
which a lot
there.
of people
I
don't
think
understand. You could just
yeah,
leave.
like I think that
Yeah,
that option, or like if you are at that place and you feel like okay, maybe I settle. You know what I'm saying, like,
But
it
you got to
doesn't
keep in
have to
mind
be just.
but
people are
here's the thing
greedy
though.
for
And,
for the most part. So it's like they want to have their cake and eat it too. So if you can, if niggas can keep their girl in what in the world? This okay.
and
If
it's not
niggas can
even
keep their
about.
girl and then try something else and still keep their girl, that to them seems like a more plausible option than breaking up with their girl that they know,
Will
does the
break their
little
back for
things.
them.
Right.
Yeah.
But then you also got to look at it like this though, right? It's also the thing of generally people are scared of being alone. Like that's just a fact. It's human nature. We're not meant to be
Yeah.
alone, right? But you also have people that like, let's say, what if the side is only there temporarily? So what if you do this, right? So what if you say, I'm leaving you for the side, but then the side just wanted pipe that one time. Now you alone. Now you don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
And
but if you're
again,
you're just
not condoning
pushing,
cheating. I'm not condoning cheating. Cheating is wrong, right? I'm not saying that, right? But I'm saying like this is why people would do it. They'd be like, I don't. Some people gonna be greedy. Some people gonna be afraid of like left holding nothing, right? So it's like, okay, well, I can just do this one time and then rock out. We got a comment though from the audience, and they were like, "Well, why don't people who cheat join into a polyamorous relationship?" And I hate that. What's the word? I hate that
I,
quote unquote solution because sometimes like people don't want like a polyamorous relationship is still a relationship, so it's not just like you just going around. You got a girl that you fuck with.
They don't want a relationship with that person. They
Exactly.
want the relationship that
They
they
just want
had,
sex.
but
They don't want
Yeah,
to
that's really
leave
what it
you.
is.
They just want sex. You know what I'm saying? Maybe an open relationship, but listen, keep it a buck too. A lot of dudes not going for an open relationship both ways.
Some open
No.
relationships are like the guy can fuck, but the girl she can emotionally connect with a dude and see if she wants to take that sexually with the guy's consent. And I think it's just kind of like a way for the guy not let his girl get her shit blown out all the time. So like There are
And I think that's
different ways
fucked
that
up.
people could do open relationships. Yeah.
And I think that's fucked up because I feel
He
like,
casually just said getting her shit blown out.
but I think that's fucked up. I think that's fucked up because I don't think it's fair for anybody to like, okay, this
Yeah,
person,
you can
if you're
fuck,
not
but I
comfortable,
can't
because
fuck.
clearly you're not comfortable with the situation, but I think you just like your person enough to where you don't want to leave them, and that's operating out of fear. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like,
Mm.
this person keep cheating on me, so I'm gonna suggest an open relationship, so it won't feel like I'm getting cheated on. But in actuality, you don't want an open
I ain't gonna lie, that
relationship.
probably feel worse.
Yeah, in actuality, you don't want an open relationship. You just don't want to be embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? But you want to have a relationship with this person. Like, like honestly, you should just go. I feel like if you gonna do the whole polyamorous thing, because that's still a relationship. Those people still cannot cheat. They have to have it's still a specific group of people that only deal with a specific group of people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can just go out here and just be fucking.
Mm. Yeah, I don't think polyamorous is a solution because a lot of girls aren't going for that anyways. Because a lot of girls don't want that, and I wouldn't want to put someone in something that they, in their heart
Exactly.
that they
You're just
don't
gonna be
really want.
miserable. You're gonna suffer, and then eventually that's gonna come back and it's gonna affect me because you're gonna start acting different. You're gonna start acting away. It's gonna be moody and shit like that. So it's just like, yeah, it's not a solution.
Mm.
I think it's a good way to just kind of wrap this whole shit up. Somebody cheat on you and you take them back. Well, damn, that's kind of like another question. Fuck. I had
Yeah, you know.
I had a friend tell me about an experience of whenever they cheated on a partner and the partner took them back. But the entire time, like every time they would get into like a slump or like all their arguments and shit like that would come back to, damn, oh, I bet you was with that bitch or something like that, or bringing back him cheating. And I'm
Right.
like, bruh, like I know that has to be aggravating, and like I couldn't do that. Like I don't even know I would want you to take me back after cheating, just out of the pure fact that it's just kind of like if you gonna do that, then nah, nah, because I know what I did was wrong, but you just being an asshole.
Right. You gonna
Right.
No
like
fact.
you already like forgave me and took me back. Why you gonna hang it over my head? You worry about shit that don't matter now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like if I mean, in general, but definitely specifically to the situation. If you are to forgive somebody, like you can't go in there and like not forgive them like when it's convenient, you know. Uh, so like
Right.
in that case, I just say, like if you don't feel like you have that capacity to forgive and essentially forget, you know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't probably take them back.
And you shouldn't have to. You ain't do nothing wrong.
Yeah,
You was sitting there minding your business, and then they went to go fuck somebody else.
no facts. Exactly.
Yeah. So to close all that up, don't cheat, cause it's kind of fucked up, dude. But if you are gonna cheat, don't get caught, cause you're just gonna make problems for yourself. And if you do cheat and get caught, good luck, Charlie.
And also, I think, to be honest, I kind of think that people should like, just in general. I know it's easier said than done, but bruh, if you really feel like you have to cheat, especially multiple times, if you're cheating multiple times on a person, I really don't think that you just might as well just break up
Yeah.
and just see what you
Yeah.
explore, because you clearly want to explore some other shit sexually out there. So take your
Right.
time to do that and get that out your system, break up with the person and shit like that, and then whenever you really ready to do that. But clearly, if you're doing that much, you're not ready. You might as well just break up and not try to hurt that person that you're dealing with any further.
Cause you kind of
I
ruined it
knew
for
everyone
somebody
had that
else.
conscious.
Oh yeah, no, people definitely have that conscience. Cause people are selfish. That's the whole reason why you
Yeah.
cheat anyway. It's a selfish act. Cheating is the most selfish thing you can do. because you can
I
easily
agree.
break up with a person. So it's just like, well, not
Yeah,
easily
you want
break
to have her
up, but
kicking
you
you
can break up
too.
with a person, and I don't want to hear unless you're in a position to where your divorce will cost you pretty much so much financially. Which I ain't gonna lie, I'm ready to eat that. I'd
Mm.
be ready to eat that regardless. I don't care what. I'm not even married, but I'd be ready to eat that. Like I'm not about to stick with a cheater, or I'm not about to stick with nobody I don't want to be with. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man,
Right.
don't cheat. But if you do cheat, don't get caught. If your partner cheats on you, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
I would say this is
I'm
a cheating
sorry.
hotline, but it's not. So don't tell me about that shit. Don't tell other people about that shit because you're gonna look like Kanye. And if you a dude and you get cheated on, it's double standard. But we probably just gonna laugh at you. Um, yeah, hold your shit down. Leave. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to be with the cheater. But if you are with the cheater, it's probably gonna happen again. So don't be surprised.
Hmm.
And yeah, any closing tips, NIT cast on cheating?
Hey,
Don't
what
No,
cheat.
I'm
protects you
Break
if you're
good.
up
gonna
with them.
cheat?
Fuck it.
Facts, just break up, bro.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, guys.
Well,
All
we
right.
out.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, last thing. Very, very last thing. Good morning, America, dude. I doubt you ever gonna hear this, but if you do, stop fucking girls at your job, bro. Like twice? Like, come on, bro. And you got caught
Yeah.
both times.
He's angry shits twice.
That's a
Facts.
pro tip. You really shouldn't be fucking at your job anyway. And I'm about
No
to just
way.
speak to black dudes, black men. Stop fucking at your job.
Mm-mm.
That's a bad look. Because
Like
yeah,
I get it, but no.
yeah. Whenever they doing the trimming the fat, they cut you out first.
Hmm.
All right, we out. Bye. Oh, I ain't even plugged the YouTube. Well, y'all know where it's at. NIT Pod TV on YouTube.